Welcome to Baguette Workshop. So I'm going to show you through what we need to bake the baguette. So this is a 2-day workshop. Day 1, we're going to make the dough. Day 2, shape the dough in the baguette shape and then bake it. Why? Let's get baking. So we've got 2 kilo of flour. This is bread flour, T65. We've got water, which is 70%. 1/4. We got yeast, 8 grams, salt, 40 grams, and sourdough starter, which is 240 grams. So first, we're gonna mix yeast, mix a bit, and then follow with the starter. See, this starter is active. You can see it's floating. It means it's active, it's ready, it's good to use. So we mix it together. And then we're gonna add the flour. And you just give a little mix, you combine all together. There's not much kneading necessary, just combine it together. I do by hand. Should have used a bigger bowl, but you live, you learn. So this is it, pretty much ready. When the dough is all ready and combined, you leave it, you cover it and leave it aside for half an hour for autolyse. Develop the gluten. So the dough has been resting, autolysing for half an hour. You can see the difference now, the gluten is developed. So now I'm going to take to the mixer and mix it for 5 minutes in slow speed and 5 minutes in fast speed. Until the dough is nice and silky and beautiful. Come with me. So the dough is ready. It's been in the mixer 5 minutes and 5 minutes fast speed. Now we're going to let it rest for 30 minutes before putting in the fridge overnight. And then after the 30 minutes, we're going to do a light fold and then into the fridge. So the dough has been resting for 30 minutes. I'm going to do a light fold and then I'm going to take it to the fridge. That's our day 1 finish. And then we're going to do the next step on day 2. Lightly wet your hands so the dough doesn't stick in your hands. Very light fold. That's it, that should do, very light. Then you take to the fridge. Day 1 finish, the dough is done. So day 2, the dough is out of the fridge. It's been in the fridge overnight. So I've cut it. You've cut a little bit in shape, this shape, so it'll be easy to get a little bit of square when you cut it. So we're gonna cut a square of 350 grams. We're gonna weigh them 350 grams, and then we'll put aside to rest between 15 to 20 minutes before we shape for a long baguette. So we'll shape, cut it, and weigh 265, 350. So what I do is the bowl, try to make a little bit of square, just light shape, very light shape. This dough is very cold, it might wait for 20 minutes. We're there. Next one. 350 exactly. So the reason we're making into little squares, it'll be easier to shape, to do a final shape. Tuck in just a bit. Like that. With square or rectangular shape. Rest. So now we're gonna leave it rest for 15 to 20 minutes. I see this dough is very cold. It might leave for 20 minutes while it's ready to shape it, to do a final shape. So we're gonna sprinkle the dough over it with a bit of flour so it doesn't dry before we let it rest. And then we're gonna cover it with a couche. Let it rest. So equipment for baguettes, we need a screw, dough knife, baguette peel, a couche so baguette can sleep in it, and a board. 20 minutes after, we're back here. We're gonna shape in a baguette shape, like a final shape, and sprinkle flour so the dough doesn't stick, or the baguette doesn't stick into the couche. It's a shaping of baguette. You want it a little bit dry, and you get the baguette. So you flip it this way. The bottom side comes up. So when you shape it, you stick it. And you stretch a bit. Flatten out a little bit. You fold the first bit in. You fold in and stick together. Stick together. Sometimes this happens. You get a little bit stuck. So what you do is put just a gentle little bit of flour, and then fold all over in here, and then you roll it from the middle to out, very gentle, not very hard. Press, just a gentle press, a very gentle press. So if you want to see if the dough is still healthy, this is how you do it. If it bounces up, it's very good. If you go floppy, it won't rise. Then put in a couche, and you do this into the next baguette. So we finished shaping, and now we're going to leave the baguette for rest for between 45 to 1 hour. And it's basically a bit warm. And then we're going to bake. It's been 40 minutes. The baguette are nice and ready to bake. So I'm gonna lift them up using the baguette peel to the baking sheet. The oven's been preheated 250 Celsius. There we go. 1, 2. And next, we're gonna score the baguettes. We're gonna score now. This is the first one. They're gonna be like parallel. That way. This way. A very nice sharp blade, it helps. Before we bake, we're gonna straighten them up. Make sure they're straight, otherwise it's gonna be a snake baguette when they come out. Now we're gonna load them in the oven. Oh, that's warm. Then you spray water. So baguettes, they're in the oven now. They're gonna bake for 20 minutes. I'm not gonna open the door for release of steam or anything like that. Just gonna bake straight for 20 minutes and then we're gonna open and see what's like. So if you're baking from home, what you'll need is this. When I mean from home, you're using a home oven, you need a baguette pan. So before you put the baguettes in here, you spring a bit of flour and put the baguette in. And in the oven, you put a tray with boiling water so to create the steam. Spray the water in there, in the oven. Because you take it home, you want to try it home, use your baguette, use your conventional oven. I'm sure it will work. I've done it at home before. But I don't have any home oven here, so you can find this in Amazon. And then all the procedure the same. Put the baguettes here, put hot water in the oven, boiling water to create the steam, score the baguette and pour it in, and then spray again, and then close it. Okay. Baguette been baking. Now, we're going to open the oven and find out what it looks like. This is the look you're looking for. A little bit more color would have been great, but this is good, it's perfect. Ready for sandwich. So the baguettes are baked, are ready. This is the look. I'm happy with the result. I hope you are too. So now we're gonna cut it and try it. There's the crumb. Nice and beautiful. Now, oh. Yummy!